My name is Rob Grabchuk.
I'm Nate Meyer.
I'm Ian Rumsey.
And this is the Backbeat. I'm a drummer, both of us are drummers, and Ian's a bassist. So it's like one idea that kind of we had is, for a drummer at least, they're using all four of their limbs to play the instrument. A lot of the times though, like they're playing either a very repetitive beat or sometimes like a pretty simple beat, but it still takes their full body, which means that they can't like do anything else. And the idea we came up with is running a laser across some sensors, so that if you just take a drumstick and if you just go back and forth, then you're actually playing like a standard drum beat, and then you can, then you have all your other accents over here, so you can play a full drum kit essentially with just one hand. We made this guy and it worked pretty well, and we came up with a few ideas for ways that it could be improved. And one was adding in like a full chromatic playing capabilities, which is why we added in, these 10 buttons up here. This doesn't have to be just a drum kit. We can also make it into a laser bass, like we just showed you guys. We added a guitar strap, let you string it around your neck, and actually play it like you're playing a bass or a guitar. So it's a pretty versatile instrument. We also created this cool arc, which was for ergonomics, since if you're moving your hand back and forth, you're naturally creating like this fanned out shape. So we mirrored that over here. And then we thought, double the lasers, double the fun. So this actually has two lasers going across it, as you can see. And the big thing that let us do is, as you're swiping your finger down and you break each laser successively, the program is measuring the time in between one laser to the next laser. And from that, it can get a sense for how fast you're moving your finger, and it uses that to send a velocity data through the MIDI channel so that you have more dynamics. This was all cut on the X-Carve, so luckily we had that capability, and that allowed us to make something that looked like this.
Everything that has a pad on it is an FSR, which is a force sensing resistor. The lasers which hit, if you look over here, there's two photoresistors. So photoresistors are sensors that detect light. So when you cover the laser, it blocks the light, so the photoresistor value goes down. So that's how we detect if someone breaks the laser. There's like a ton of wires going in there, and we soldered them all and plugged them into, used a lot of hot glue, because that's fun.
The digital ones are just sending either on or off data. So either it's getting something, as it is now, or it's not. These continually read data between 0 and 1,000. So we're getting actual velocity readings from our analog pads. The way we did that is we have a little sub-patch that basically sets a threshold for a value it expects. Once that threshold is surpassed, it goes into our ZL stream, which takes just a quick sample. Right now it's set to the first 3. That was where we're getting the best results, so that's what we're using now. Takes the first 3 numbers, sends that through. Once it gets a set of 3, then sets a signal to then close the gate again, and then takes the average of those 3 and then sends that out. And it continues to send that out until you let go, which sends a signal to the tog edge that you've gone below the threshold, sends a note off, and sets the whole thing up again to do it again. The laser, as we said, I believe it is analog as well, but we're not really using that capability. The actual velocity data is being gotten from is the speed between events. So basically this has, similar to the velocity thing, it has a threshold that it must go below, which happens when it's broken. And then once that happens, each one respectively sends its like bang to the timer, which then that data, once it's complete, is sent to a function I call reverser, which basically just divides a large number by that thing, thus to make it so that smaller numbers are bigger and bigger numbers are smaller velocity readings. Right now we're in hybrid mode, so all this stuff is drum kit right now. So and this is an on-off bass. So this just works press to play. And then in each mode, you can cycle between 4 distinct profiles, is what we're calling them. So profiles are just the different sound things that we have. So right now it's in kind of a rock profile. This is just kind of like trashy pop profile. This is our like kind of jazzy, and finally we have like a kind of a clubby profile. Then there is drum mode, which is similar, only instead of a press to play bass, now we just have a series of just fun accents over here, just really expanding the stuff you could do that way. Just instead of bass, this is sending out to another drum kit in our reason patch. The most ambitious mode, which worked, yay, was our laser bass mode. This is no longer press to play. This works on like a fretboard. So when you press these, they send out note values, but not note on or off. And then this sends a note on to pretty much all 10 of the frets, if you will, but it will only play if it's also simultaneously getting a note value. So it doesn't play until you press it, and it stops when you let go. You can do chords, you can let go of a note. And then our final mode is just kind of made for fun. It's similar, we call it music box mode. It's similar to hybrid mode, only instead of a drum kit, now this does various fun noises and like weird controls. So and that's what it does.
Another idea for an improvement later on was, instead of using 2 lasers, to use 3 lasers, because that way you could get velocity data when you're going up and down, and also, vertically and horizontally.
Shall we? There we go. Bring back the classics.